on, guys? Welcome to this video. Today I'm just gonna tell you some depressing news that I found out today from the forum. Someone posted on there, and it's got me a little upset. You know, it'll upset any huge Need for Speed fan. You know, it'll make you so depressed. I have no words. It's the worst thing that could have happened. Oh dear. So if you haven't heard, Criterion Games, our beloved Criterion Games, no longer own the rights to the Need for Speed franchise. They're no longer going to be making Need for Speed games. What are we going to do? I don't know. Criterion, if you're watching this, I'd just like to say, thank fuck for that! Get the fuck out of here! Don't step a foot back! Oh yes! Oh yes, that's what we wanted a long time ago. Get the hell out of here right now. Pack your bags today. Fuck off. Anyway, so welcome to this Need for Speed update. So pretty much Need for Speed update as a whole today, because it is a very brilliant milestone that we have hit today. I don't know what the heck has done it. It must have been planned from a while ago that, you know, Ghost would eventually replace Criterion, because seriously, Criterion, you made awful games for the Need for Speed series. Now, people were complaining in the comments last time and so on, saying, oh, Criterion's good, Criterion's good. Look, when I'm angry, I don't really explain things properly. So basically, I'd just like to let you know that I like Criterion. Criterion is an okay developer. But Burnout is not Need for Speed, and they should never be the same game, which is what Most Wanted was, which Hot Pursuit also brought into it. You know, it's not Need for Speed. They weren't Need for Speed games. You know, as much respect that Criterion got from making Hot Pursuit, which was pathetic, because seriously, Hot Pursuit wasn't even that much of a good game. You know, it wasn't that good. The Run, ask any proper Need for Speed fan, I'm going to say proper Need for Speed fan, seriously, because The Run was a much better game. But anyway, that's opinionated. You know, some guys prefer the older Need for Speed, and people say Criterion brought those back, which in my opinion they didn't do that either. You know, they pretty much added their own Criterion special sauce, as they call it, which is shit. You know, we don't want the crashing. You know, even you older guys that like the older Need for Speed games can agree. The crashing and the whole, you know, drifting around every single corner, it's stupid. It shouldn't happen, should it? You know, it's not good. It's just not right. Criterion, I hope you do something new and different, and I hope you're successful in doing something new and different. You know, I like Burnout. Maybe you'll go back to that someday, which I would love. But Need for Speed, you're just not doing it right. You know, the whole crashing you've got in there and so on. It might have taken you some time to do it and whatever, but that doesn't mean it's good. You know, I can work on a video and spend, you know, a full day editing it, maybe a week adding stuff in and editing it, and people might not like it. You know, that's just how it works sometimes. But hopefully you're a company and actually realise that. I hope you're successful in what you do. Just, if you're going to do Need for Speed again, I would listen to the fans. Because listen to EA Ghost, they seem to be doing what we want, which is good. If you look at any Need for Speed Rivals video right now, you'll see a bajillion comments on there saying we want personalization, customization, we want a story, all this, and they're pretty much adding in that. You know, they haven't got the full, you know, adding on body kits and so on, customizing in the game, but that's pretty much the only thing they don't have. And they have one main thing that every single game ever should have, and that's progression. Even the dance games have progression in them. Games need progression, and your games had pretty much nothing. You know, we want to be able to buy cars. That's the whole thing of spending money owning that car. You know, that's what we want. That's what we want, and you didn't want to give us that. Why? I have no bloody clue. You know, it's just really confusing at the amount of people that are begging for certain features, and you just plain ignored them. it boggles my mind that people actually support you after doing that. And you can't put the blame on EA, because if Ghost can do it, why can't Criterion? You know, it's stupid. It really is. So EA Ghost, thank you very, very much for listening to what we have to say. You know, it just shows that we do have a voice. And that's the only thing with this industry. Some people don't actually understand that we have a voice and we need to speak out once. You know, once we've got the chance, do it. Speak out. You know, that's why I needed all your opinions on that letter that I sent to Criterion. This isn't about me. This is about Need for Speed. This is the only reason I'm doing these Need for Speed videos, because we need stuff to change. You know, it needs to be what everyone loved again. And if you look at the sales, it was around Most Wanted, Underground, even, you know, Carbon. Those games. We're never going to get to that stage again, I don't think, personally. But we're going to get close to it. We're not going to get the whole amazing story that we got from Most Wanted, from Carbon, Undercover. Yes, those were good. You know, we're not going to get even the run style stories, I don't think, anymore. And it's kind of depressing, but I guess it's how it's going to go on. And everything's supposed to be all online and stuff now, and there's going to be no stories and so on. But at the minute, I'm liking the new Need for Speed, but there's a difference between liking and being obsessed with it. Now, the game I'm loving at the minute is The Crew. Now, I watched some footage on that and so on. It's not really it's not really a video on The Crew, so I'm gonna be quick over this. But basically, you have performance modifications. It's so in detail. It's insane. You know, you go into engine, and there's about 5 different options to customize the engine. You see the body fall apart, and you see the specific part in action. As soon as you apply it, you see the wheels spin a bit faster if you've got a better engine, and so on. And you get money to buy new performance, to buy new cars and to buy new upgrades. The whole idea with Need for Speed Most Wanted by Criterion was for you to be able to pick up your favourite car and use that through the whole game. Could you do that? Yes, you could. But should you be able to do that in that way, where there's no modifying the cars at all, you just unlock new colours from pretty much driving down a straight road? That should not happen. No, it shouldn't, Criterion. And I'm pretty sure you know that. It wasn't right. That's not how it should have been. We should have had to work to upgrade those vehicles performance-wise, not all of them out of the box to be exactly the same speed. Now, the only jab I want to take at Rivals right now that I'm going for goodness sake at is the whole fact that pretty much all the cars seem to be supercars and so on. So I could be wrong about this, I'm not 100% on it, but it's a bit, you know, I don't mind it, but I would much prefer there to be smaller little tuners and, you know, small to big. That's where you want to go. You don't want to start in a Ferrari. That doesn't make much sense to me. Unless you start in a Ferrari and you lose the Ferrari and you've got to earn the Ferrari back. That's a good story. so original, but that's good. You know, it's a step. I don't want to say I'm happy to see Criterion go, but I am. It's good to see that there's a new development team and EA trusts them enough to manage the Need for Speed series, pretty much. Maybe they can turn this around, maybe they can fix things, because they started about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and got rebranded last November. They now have 100 people working for them, so they're all ready to do it on their own now, which is pretty impressive. So that says to me that there was a lot more at Black Box. But Black Box is another story. Black Box is gone. I don't know if they're all gone, but a lot of them are. They're planted everywhere at the minute. I've seen some for Ivory Tower, which are making The Crew. I've heard someone working on Drive Club. You know, they're all over the place, making racing games and non-racing games as well. There's some good guys out there, and I think you need to hire them back, to be honest with you. Those are the guys. Get the guys from Black Box and put them in charge, you know. Make the T-Studio thing again. EA Ghost and Criterion. No. EA Ghost and Black Box. That would be a fantastic combo to see. Maybe the first game would be made by both, and then they split off and do this. You know, I'd love to see that. I would have loved to see that. It's not ever going to happen, but it's I'm glad that Criterion have, you know, stopped making Need for Speed and not in the driver's seat. But anyway, are you guys happy that Criterion is now no longer in charge of the series? I'm excited to see what EA Ghosts do on their own with their next game. I'm interested to see what's going to happen as well. Are they going to make the games themselves year after year after year after year? Are they going to get the black box treatment from EA, which would not be nice at all? And we'll end up with bloody Criterion again or something in a few years. But maybe there's some other studio they're going to use. Maybe they'll just double the size of Ghost and split it off into 2 teams, or maybe it's just 2 teams of 50 at the minute. You know, it would make total sense. They said that Criterion possibly going to be helping them with the games, but there'll be more Ghost than there will Criterion, which makes me happy. I just hope that the lead guys pull all the strings and make all the decisions are not from Criterion but are from EA Ghost, because there's some very, very talented guys in there, and I think it's time to actually let them do all the work and boss Criterion about, not the other way around. Anyway, are you happy? I'm extremely happy, and I'm going to go now, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave your opinion below. Make sure to subscribe if you want more Need for Speed, The Crew, GTA Online very soon, and a few other things. But anyway, I'll see you soon, guys. Peace.
Yo, yes sir. Turn everything up tomorrow.